Alright, good morning everybody. Just jamming here this morning to some tunes. I'm getting a late breakfast on, but I wanted to show you guys what I have this morning. I have about a half a banana in there, strawberries, my frozen strawberries from yesterday, some yogurt and some almond milk, and I'm going to blend that up, and that is going to be my breakfast. There it is. Promises to be good. Yes, I have a towel on my head because I already went for my jog and I already took a shower. And now I'm eating breakfast. So, that's breakfast. Okay, so this is my lunch, and we have scrambled eggs. Obviously, there's a bunch of cheese in there. I always put more cheese than I mean to. And the vegetables that are in it today, I did some mushrooms and jalapenos because those are two of my favorite things to put in food. And if I'm still hungry after this, I'll usually have some chips and hummus with it, or a piece of fruit. But 9 times out of 10, that fills me up right there. And I eat a lot of eggs. And that's a pretty common lunch for me. Eggs with vegetables and cheese. Alright, and for dinner here we have a bed of white rice, and I just put a little salt and pepper on it. And then I took a bag of mixed vegetables. I like the ones with broccoli and carrots and chestnuts. And just take them out of the freezer and boil them. And then I just sprinkled some cheese on top. And that is dinner. I love this dish. It's really simple, and when you put cheese on it, it really adds a lot of flavor. So I really like it. And then this is one that I also do quite often that is gluten-free and vegetarian. So it's kind of awesome. Good morning everybody. Excuse the appearance, I just got up a few minutes ago and I wanted to record my food. This is what we got today. Some jalapenos and eggs, and I'm drinking some Earl Grey this morning in my cool little mug with a bear on it. In my tea I have this organic honey. And yeah, some jalapenos, eggs, and cheese. That is my breakfast, along with my wonderful one-a-day prenatal vitamin. Alright, so this is lunch today. We have some gluten-free macaroni and cheese with gluten-free noodles and real cheese, a little bit of pepper, and to make it a little creamier, I used a little sour cream, although cream cheese is better, just for future reference. Alright, so this morning, it is Friday morning, and last night I totally spaced to do dinner last night, but dinner last night was Moe's, and I always do the vegetarian burrito bowl because it's super good. So it was like rice and beans with a little bit of queso and cheese, pico de gallo, guacamole, and jalapenos, pickled jalapenos of course. Stir it all together, and that was dinner. And this is breakfast this morning, Friday morning. We have the strawberry banana smoothie, and today I put in a little bit of honey for some added sweetness because the strawberries seem to be not sweet at all. And some yogurt and milk, almond milk. So yeah, this is breakfast, and I made the husband the same thing. We had extra smoothie. So what I do when I make too much smoothie is I put it in an ice cube tray, which is about half full, and I put it in the freezer for later. How awesome is that? Can get two snacks or breakfast out of it. Alright, and for lunch on this wonderfully fine Friday afternoon, we are going to do leftovers from yesterday, and I was super excited that I saved enough noodles, like I saved what I made yesterday, because I don't eat noodles very often and I love them. So I'm going to have them with a little bit of tea here, and also a little bit of apple juice. The thing says apple cider, but I think it's apple juice. And I don't normally drink juices that we buy off the shelf because we have the juicer, and I really don't care for juices off the shelf, but that one's pretty good. So we're going to have it with lunch today. Alrighty, so you'll have to forgive the background noise. The hubs is watching a movie, but this is what we are having for dinner on Friday night. It is gluten-free vegetarian pizza from Domino's with some extra sauce. Oh yeah. And sorry about the lighting. I have terrible lighting in my apartment. So yeah, that's dinner. Hey everybody, so I was going to do what I had for breakfast this morning and what I had for lunch this morning, but I figured you didn't want to see eggs and cheese again for like the fourth time. And then again, the husband and I went out for Moe's for lunch because we had a bunch of errands to run. But for dinner, I am making vegetarian chili, so I figured I would do the recipe for you guys and show you when it was done. But I like to do my own beans. And so these beans soaked overnight, and they've been cooking for like an hour and a half, and they're finally done. And I really, I don't get the canned beans anymore. I buy them and soak them and do them myself. So I have here my list of ingredients of what I use in my chili. So here we have some green pepper and yellow pepper and onion, which I wanted to do a red onion, and when I cut it open it was really gross. So I'm not using it. This is the only canned thing that I ever eat anymore, and it's canned tomatoes. I love diced tomatoes, and I can't stand fresh tomatoes. I don't know why. Obviously tomato sauce, and if I want it a little thicker, I'll put tomato paste in there too. Then I have my list of spices. I use a ton of chili powder in my chili because it makes the chili. I do a little bit of paprika, a little bit of ground pepper, bunch of garlic. I love garlic. Parsley, and then I have my little oregano, which I usually buy in bulk, which is why it's in a little baggie. And then to add a little spice, I have the roasted red pepper, which I love this brand, and if you use just a little bit of it, it turns out really hot, so I only use a little bit. Then I got my sour cream, Daisy Light. The only kind I buy is the Daisy sour cream. I don't like any other kind. And then I got my cheese cubes, and I put a little bit of cheese in it to begin with, which is why I have it cubed up like this, and then at the end I'll shred it and put some on top. Also, do a little bit of pickled jalapenos, because I love pickled jalapenos, and they add more flavor than heat, I find. So, yay! Okay, so I totally overcooked the beans, and it looks like slop. You know what? We're gonna eat it anyway! We're gonna be happy about it! But the flavor's actually not that bad, it just looks like slop. But yeah, because I overcooked the beans. So don't overcook the beans if you can help it.